Last weekend, I went over to my Aunt Linda's house because she promised me her famous banana bread and some exciting company. By exciting company, I assumed she meant her weekly book club, but as soon as I walked in, I realized she meant her 5 cats, Mr. Tibbles, Princess Whiskers, Chairman Meow, Sir Pounce, and a new one she'd apparently named Steve. Aunt Linda had a wild glint in her eye and a basket overflowing with yarn. "I've decided," she announced, "to knit sweaters for all my babies." Now, this would have been a mildly odd but otherwise wholesome afternoon if my aunt hadn't attempted to measure each cat for their sweaters. Mr. Tibbles took offense at the tape measure, Princess Whiskers decided it was the perfect time to scale the curtains, and Steve, who I'm convinced is part raccoon, started stealing balls of yarn and hiding them in my shoes. Aunt Linda, undeterred, began knitting at a speed I can only describe as Olympic grandma. Within an hour, fragments of half-finished cat sweaters littered the living room, and there was more fur in the air than actual yarn. The trouble really started when she tried to wrangle all 5 cats at once for a group fitting. I watched in horror as the cats, sensing an impending fashion disaster, banded together in a rare show of feline solidarity. They leapt and twirled, and before I knew it, Aunt Linda was entangled in her own knitting project, cocooned in yarn from head to toe. The cats, emboldened by their narrow escape from couture, began weaving between the furniture, dragging the loose ends of yarn behind them, forming a living, furry conga line. The line was led by Steve, who had somehow donned the only finished sweater and looked more smug than any cat has a right to. As I helped untangle Aunt Linda from her self-made yarn trap, she sighed, "Well, I guess that's what you get for trying to pull the wool over a cat's eyes."